what's the difference between trying to be edgy and what you do? Because I agree there's a difference, but what is the difference?
Well, like, for example, with stand-up, you get, I always get, or recently, whenever Ricky Gervais is reviewed, I get name checked as someone they should go and see instead.
I've seen one of them.
Not complaining. It's just sort of nice, but I'm also a bit tired of being dragged into everyone else's sort of PR. But what I've noticed is that comics that do that kind of thing is there'll be a lot in the setup about how, this world where you can't say this and you can't say that, and people can't accept that I'm about to say, whereas I just say it, and I trust that I've done enough work that the joke will work because it's funny.
Yes.
I don't couch it in this like false jeopardy.
Bang on.
I don't think.
No,
because I think that's all kind of confected. And my experience of like the clubs and audiences is that they will laugh if something's funny.
Yeah.
And this whole media bubble that exists above it is a sort of
marketing angle.
Yeah, or it's driven. I'm not disputing that there is this thing where like one person in a comedy club can hear a joke that 400 people have laughed at, but it affects their particular thing, and they go and tweet about it, and then their followers who also have that thing create the storm, and then the media organisation will go, "Oh, this, you can't joke about this thing anymore." Mm-hmm. But that's I guess what's wrong with that is that's the media paying too much attention to Twitter. And there is this kind of prism that disorientates reality online. But like, you go back to what happened in that room and 400 people laughed at a joke, So I'm not disputing that's a thing, but the reality, until the audiences start not laughing at stuff, I just don't believe it's a thing.
That's a really interesting point of view. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to disagree with that. I think what you have is that you don't care that it can be misinterpreted. And I think the angle of media leaping on things is, but what if this is misinterpreted? And I would care. I would go, oh God, no, I've said a thing.
Do I not care?
I'm not saying that
do I work quite hard at making it clear that it can't be misinterpreted? There's a bit of both.
Yes, you definitely work hard at that, and your jokes are definitely nuanced, and you can't, like, they are really, really good jokes. But I am kind of encumbered by, oh God, I would hate for anyone to be hurt, whereas you don't care about that. Not because you're an amoral bastard, but just we have a different worldview in that respect. Like, to you, if someone misunderstood a joke and took offence, if we both did a joke and someone misunderstood and took offence at it, I'd go, oh God, sorry. And I think your default position would be, well, you've misunderstood.
No, I'd definitely be like, oh, can you explain why? I'd want to hear them out, because in my head I'd be thinking, could I phrase it better? Because I know I'm not trying to hurt them. Like, I know there is a way of getting this joke. I might not have found it. That's what I'd think. And I wouldn't stop doing it. I'd perfect it. That's what I'd do. Like, I'd use it as a way of making it better, so that it didn't happen again.
And that is the antithesis of the couching build-up. I'm going to say the unsayable. You can't say anything more. Yeah. Like, do you mean those acts are not necessarily perfecting those jokes to be brilliant so much as?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't speak for process. That's what it feels like watching it. Not that I watch. I mean, I haven't watched the Gervais special since like one of the first two or whatever.
Not racist enough here.
Genuinely, I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I know there's a big thing about it, but I've not seen any of his stand-up since like for 10 years or whatever. Yeah, what was the...
I don't know, what were we talking about? We will have to wrap up fairly soon, I'm afraid. It's a bit of a late start. But let me just think, is there anything else I want to specifically know about? The relative contributions of Horatio and Vittorio. Is Horatio a producer and Vittorio isn't a producer?
We're all, I don't know, producer's quite a fluid term, isn't it?
I felt like you had different things in the credits.
Well, Horatio directs.
Oh, directs. I meant director.
So he definitely is. He will tell me to do a line again, or he's more feeding lines. Vittorio has this sort of bordering on kind of autistic tick of like jokes, just like he'll just hear 2 words, smash, bang, say that, and so he gives a lot of jokes. We all write the thing together. I maybe do a bit of writing outside of our sessions, but then we write so much in the room before the person arrives, when we're kind of all hupped up on the person about to arrive.
Oh, so you get advanced writing done, and then you get like they're going to be here in an hour.
I'll write, and then we'll do sessions, and then we'll write in the room an hour before, and then we're writing during, and then there's also improv on top. So there is just so much stuff we're throwing at it. And then also, I mean, more now that I'm booking the guests, but definitely in the first 2 series, it was like, who can we get? Who knows who follows who? There's still a bit of that going on. It's like a lot of people, like blue ticked sort of big people follow Vittorio, and so he's quite a good way of getting someone on. He's also very charming in a way that I'm more sort of dead. What's the face? Dead face bitch. What's resting bitch face? That's what I mean. Dead face bitch.
Show title for 2025. Yeah. Lovely.
And because the show started with me basically going, right, I don't know how any of this works, but I know I need to get in on it. Mm-hmm. I gig with both of them at like Vauxhall, and I thought they were funny, and that whole generation of comics, I mean, they're only 7 years younger than me, but like they are...
Yeah, it's a whole different generation.
They are like literate in not just social media, but in tech, in filming. It's so natural to them. They know how to... Like, Vittorio taught me how to make clips on my phone, so I do all the, just subtitle and all that.
I remember sitting down with Vittorio before a show, after a show at the Room Above in Bristol, where he was showing me how he does the kind of sold out buttons turn into... join the mailing list buttons, and he was just looking at the back end of all of his sales and just knowing, well, I did that, and bang, that's the effect it's had. Completely native.
It's like when you see your kid and an iPad, and you're like, oh fuck, you're too good at that. How do you know how to do that? Yeah, it's. But also, I think more kind of in terms of atmosphere, they're both 26, 27, and so they're much more in the internet than I. Well, maybe not anymore, but it certainly was. And so there's just a fun dynamic in writing that they'll be. I'm often genuinely misunderstanding what they will reference, and then that leads to the characters,
Got it.
Bidding on the character, but
pretty much 2 under 2. Are you happy?
Very happy, very happy. Doesn't mean I'm not stressed a lot of the time, but I know I'll look back on this, 5 years as like a golden age, and I'll think, why was I so stressed? But that's not how stress works, is it? It's
That'd be great to sell that as a PDF ebook.
Yeah,
that's the secret.
It'd be great if that was, you could just think stress away like that. No, I'm very happy, very excited about where the career. I mean, we're fucking, we're doing Hackney Empire at the end of this tour. It's mental.
That's great. How big is that? Is that
like 1,200? Wow. I mean, that's like big boy. That's like here we go. Do you know what I mean? And. So I'm just trying to enjoy the shows as much as I can, even though I am brutally underslept.
When you say we're doing Hackney Empire, who's the we in that?
Tom, who promotes it.
Oh, gotcha.
And,
okay.
He's the kind of the one sort of industry. Tom Searle. Yeah, he's the one kind of industry person I deal with now, which is great. Yeah, no, very happy.